Welcome to the Pixl Marketing Show, the podcast for real estate media pros who want to go from random acts of marketing to remarkable results. I'm your host, Pete Stagl, founder of Pixl CRM and creator of the Pixl Marketing Method. And every week, we're diving into the systems, strategies, and real stories that help you attract better clients, retain them longer, and grow a real business. Let's get into it. Today, we're talking about one of the most overlooked but most profitable parts of your business. What happens after the shoot? Now, most photographers put all their effort into the front half of the client journey, getting the booking, delivering great work, and hoping the client comes back. But between the final gallery delivery and the next time they need media, that's where the relationship often fades. And here's the problem. You may not even realize it's happening. There's no dramatic breakup, no angry email, just nothing. No reply, no booking, no idea what changed. And too often we chalk it up to bad timing, market shifts, or assume the client just got busy. But more often than not, it's not that anything went wrong, it's that we didn't stay connected. See, client loyalty doesn't just come from delivering great work. It comes from staying top of mind between jobs. And in an industry like real estate media, where agents are bombarded with vendors and options, if you're not staying visible, someone else is. So today, we're unpacking your client connection roadmap, a framework to help you systematically stay in front of past and current clients so they never forget who you are, what you do, and why they trust you. We're going to break down what consistent connection actually looks like. And no, it's not about blowing up their inbox or begging for repeat business. It's about building automated, thoughtful, and sustainable touch points that strengthen the relationship without adding more to your already full plate. You'll learn how to use a weekly newsletter to build authority and stay relevant. Turn your recent shoots into social proof that books more jobs. Celebrate key moments like birthdays and shoot anniversaries to stand out. Create a client status system that shows you exactly who's engaged and who's drifting. And build real-world connections that turn clients into loyal promoters. This is about building relationship equity, the kind of behind-the-scenes system that keeps your calendar full without always having to chase new leads. So if you've ever looked at your client list and thought, they used to book all the time, what happened? This episode is going to show you how to fix that for good. Let's dive in. Client Connection Roadmap. Building relationships that last. The previous chapters have set you up with strong branding, compelling offers, an effective lead generation engine, and a process for making excellent first impressions. But here's where most photographers fall short: maintaining the relationship between shoots. Here's a sobering reality. Real estate agents forget about you. Not because your work isn't great, not because they don't like you, but because they're busy, overwhelmed professionals juggling dozens of relationships, and if you're not consistently showing up, someone else will take your place. I learned this the hard way. A few years ago, I was transitioning between email platforms and paused my weekly newsletter for about a month. During that time, I was hosting headshots at a local real estate association event when a past client walked in. His greeting? "Oh, you're still in business. I haven't gotten any emails from you, so I figured you weren't around anymore." That moment hit me like a ton of bricks. This was someone I'd worked with multiple times, delivered great results for, and yet a few weeks without communication and he assumed I'd closed shop? And that's the problem. Real estate photographers come and go frequently. Some are part-time. Some dabble in real estate to supplement their wedding or portrait business. Agents know this, and they're conditioned to expect vendor turnover. If you're not consistently visible, they'll assume you've moved on too. Most photographers only communicate when they're actively working with a client, during booking, maybe before the shoot, at delivery, and then silence. Until the next time that agent needs photos, assuming they remember to call you. That's a recipe for inconsistent income and a perpetual cycle of hunting for new business. The Client Connection Roadmap solves this problem. It's your system for staying top of mind with past and current clients in a way that's automated, valuable, and ensures you're the first name they think of when they need media, or when another agent asks for a recommendation. Let's break down how to build a connection system that runs like clockwork, maintains relationships without constant effort, and transforms one-time clients into long-term partners. The weekly newsletter, your most powerful touch point. I often hear pushback when I recommend a weekly newsletter. Isn't that too frequent? Won't people unsubscribe? I don't have time to create that much content. But here's the truth. Even if your emails aren't opened every week, your name still appears in their inbox. That visibility alone keeps you in their awareness. One client told me, "I don't always read your emails, but I see them every week, and that's how I know you're still my go-to photographer." And that's the power of showing up consistently. Marketing expert Donald Miller teaches that regular email communication builds trust and recognition, even if each message isn't fully read. It's about presence, not perfection. You have two solid approaches for your weekly newsletter. Content-based newsletter. This is where you share marketing tips for agents, industry trends, before and after transformations, client success stories, new services or seasonal offerings. The goal isn't to sell in every email, it's to provide value while gently reminding them that you exist and you're an expert in your field. Creating this content doesn't have to be time-consuming. Set aside one day a month to batch create 4 weeks of newsletters. Use AI tools to help draft content based on your expertise. Include one strong image, a short valuable message, and a simple call to action. The Hot Sheet newsletter. This has been one of my most successful email strategies over the years. It's simple. Showcase all the properties you photographed that week in a digest-style email. Here's why it works so well. It showcases your recent work. It provides social proof by highlighting which agents you work with. It helps promote your clients' listings to other agents who might have buyers. It creates FOMO, fear of missing out, for agents who aren't on your client list. The format is straightforward. A header with this week's featured listings. Property photos with addresses and listing agent names. Each property links to either the MLS listing or your single property website. A footer that says, "Want your listing on the hot sheet? Book a shoot here." This email is particularly effective because you're already creating the content, the photos, as part of your regular work. You're just repurposing it into a marketing tool. When I started sending hot sheet emails, I had agents reaching out saying things like, "I see John Smith uses you for all his listings. His properties always look amazing. I'd like to book a shoot too." That's the power of social proof in action. To make this sustainable, create a template and set up an automation that pulls in your most recent shoots. Schedule it to send automatically every Friday morning, and you've got a consistent touch point that requires almost no ongoing effort. Creating your own client holidays. Most businesses send gifts and cards around Christmas or New Year's. The problem? Your thoughtful gesture gets lost in the holiday noise, sitting on a break room table with dozens of other gift baskets and cards. Instead, take a page from John Ruhlin's book, Giftology, and create your own holidays. Unique moments of appreciation that happen when nobody else is sending gifts. Two perfect examples stand out. Birthday recognition. Everyone loves being remembered on their birthday. It's personal, it's specific to them, and very few business contacts acknowledge it. Here's how to make this work. Collect birthdays through your onboarding forums or loyalty program. See Client Loyalty Amplifier chapter. Set up an automated workflow that triggers 7 days before their birthday. Send a physical card, not just an email, to arrive on or before their birthday. Consider including a small gift card. $5 to $10 to a coffee shop is plenty. Follow up with a simple text message or email on the actual day. This approach works because it's unexpected and genuinely thoughtful. You're not asking for business, you're simply acknowledging them as a person, not just a client. One of our Pixl CRM users sent birthday cards with a $5 Starbucks gift card to his top 50 clients each year. The total investment was only $250, but it generated thousands in retention and referrals because nobody else was doing it. First shoot anniversary. This is my favorite made-up holiday, and it's uniquely yours to own. Nobody else celebrates the anniversary of the first time they worked with a client, which makes it memorable. Set up an automation that tracks the date of each client's first shoot with you. Then, send a card or email recognizing the milestone. It's been a year since we first worked together. Use it as an opportunity to share stats. We've helped you market 8 properties since then. Offer a small loyalty bonus. To celebrate, your next shoot includes a complimentary X. This touch point does double duty. It shows appreciation while subtly reminding them how valuable your ongoing relationship has been. What makes these personal holidays so effective is that they happen when no other vendor is reaching out. They stand out precisely because they're unexpected and not tied to conventional marketing moments. The client status outreach system. Not all clients need the same level of attention at the same time. Having a system that adapts your outreach based on how recently someone has worked with you ensures you're focusing your energy where it matters most. I developed what I call the client status tracker after realizing I'd lost touch with a top producing agent who'd been booking multiple shoots a month. We got busy with other clients, and 3 months went by before I suddenly thought, wait, I haven't heard from John in a while. By then, he'd already found another photographer. Don't let this happen to you. Instead, set up these 5 client statuses and corresponding communication strategies. Green status, 0 to 30 days since last shoot. These clients are actively working with you or have very recently. They're already warm, so your basic touch points are sufficient. Your regular weekly newsletter, delivery follow-ups and marketing guidance, normal social media interactions. No special outreach is needed yet. They already have you top of mind. Yellow status, 30 to 60 days since last shoot. At this stage, clients are starting to cool off. Time for a gentle check-in. Send a personal text message. Hey Sarah, hope all is well. How's your spring market shaping up? Make a quick call just to touch base. Send a useful resource related to their business. Keep it casual and helpful, not sales-focused. You're maintaining the relationship, not pushing for another booking yet. Red status, 60 to 90 days since last shoot. Now you need to be more proactive. Send a direct email. I noticed we haven't worked together recently. Is there anything we could improve in our service? Offer a specific reason to book again. We just launched a new service that I thought would be perfect for your marketing style. Consider a special offer for returning clients. This is where you directly address the gap and give them a clear reason to return. Inactive status, 90 days plus. When clients haven't booked for more than 3 months, we send a "We missed you" message with a special comeback offer. Reach out by phone for a more personal reconnection. Invite them to an event or coffee meetup to rebuild the relationship. The goal here is to reestablish contact and understand what changed. Did they slow down their business, or are they using someone else? Lost status, 180 days plus. At this point, treat them almost like a new lead. Send a reintroduction of your services and any new offerings. Reach out with market data or insights that might spark interest. Add them to reactivation campaigns. We'll cover these in a later chapter. The beauty of this system is that it can be largely automated. Set up workflows that trigger when clients move from one status to another, sending the appropriate outreach automatically. What once required you to manually track and remember every client relationship now happens systematically, ensuring no valuable relationship falls through the cracks. In-person connection and opportunities. Digital touchpoints are effective, but nothing beats face-to-face interaction for building lasting relationships. The photographers who get deeply embedded in their local real estate community rarely struggle for business. When I ran my photography business, I was actively involved in the local realtor association, serving on the affiliate committee, the Young Professionals Network, and the golf tournament committee. Being visible and helpful in these contexts meant agents naturally thought of me first when they needed media. You don't need to join every committee, but consider these high-value in-person opportunities. Association events. Most real estate associations have regular events, membership meetings, educational workshops, networking mixers, charity fundraisers. Attend these consistently and you'll become a familiar face. Even better, volunteer to help organize or sponsor these events. It gives you legitimate reasons to communicate with your client base. Broker office visits. Many photography businesses neglect this simple strategy. Schedule a 15-minute presentation at a brokerage's sales meeting. Bring breakfast or coffee for the team. Share quick tips on using media effectively in their marketing. Leave behind resources or special offers. These visits position you as an educator and resource, not just a vendor. Many brokerages are actively looking for speakers to provide value at their meetings. You just need to offer. Coffee meetups. One of the most effective relationship building tools is a simple coffee meetup. Reach out to clients who've hit yellow or red status. Invite them for coffee, your treat. Ask about their business and current challenges. Listen for opportunities to genuinely help them. These conversations often reveal why a client has slowed down their bookings, Maybe they're focusing on a different market, dealing with personal issues, or simply forgot how valuable your services are. What makes these meetings powerful is that you're investing time without explicitly selling. You're building the relationship, which makes them more likely to choose you when they do need photography. Client appreciation events. Consider hosting 1 or 2 small events each year specifically for your clients. A happy hour at a local venue, a photography workshop focused on DIY social media content, a market update presentation with a local lending partner. These events create community among your clients and give you natural touch points before the invitation, during the event itself, and after the follow-up. The key with all in-person connections is consistency. It's better to attend one monthly event reliably than to show up at everything for a month and then disappear. Putting it all together, your connection calendar. A comprehensive client connection roadmap combines all these elements into a coordinated system. Here's how to make it manageable. Step 1, set up your weekly newsletter. Choose either the content approach or the hot sheet method, or alternate between them. Set a consistent day and time for delivery. I recommend Tuesday or Wednesday mornings for content emails or Friday mornings for hot sheets. Create a template and establish a process for generating the content, whether that's batching a month's worth at once or setting up an automated compilation of recent shoots. Step 2, implement personal holidays. Build workflows for birthdays and shoot anniversaries. Create the automation to trigger at the right times. Design the email or card templates. Decide on any small gifts or special offers to include. If you don't already have birthdays for your clients, create a simple form and send it out with an invitation to join your birthday club for special perks. Step 3, establish your status tracking. Set up your system to automatically track when clients move between green, yellow, red, inactive, and lost statuses. Create the corresponding outreach templates for each stage. Review your client list monthly to ensure everyone is receiving the appropriate level of attention based on their status. Step 4, schedule in-person touchpoints. Look at your local association's calendar and mark key events to attend. Schedule broker office visits quarterly, targeting different offices each time. Block time in your calendar for regular coffee meetups with clients who've cooled off. Step 5, create measurement systems. Establish metrics to track whether your connection efforts are working. Client retention rate, average time between bookings, reactivation success rate, newsletter engagement metrics. Regularly review these numbers to see which touchpoints are most effective and adjust accordingly. Connection is your competitive advantage. The client connection roadmap isn't just about marketing. It's about relationship maintenance. While most photographers are focused solely on getting new clients, you'll be systematically strengthening ties with the ones you already have. Remember, a consistent weekly newsletter keeps you visible. Personal holidays make you memorable. Status-based outreach prevents relationships from cooling off. In-person connections deepen loyalty. The beauty of this system is that once it's set up, much of it runs automatically. You're staying top of mind without having to remember or manually execute every touch point. When an agent needs property photos or knows somebody who does, you want your name to be the first name that comes to mind. This roadmap ensures that happens, not by chance, but by design. In the next chapter, we'll build on these relationships by turning satisfied clients into active promoters through reviews and referrals. But first, make sure you've implemented these connection strategies. They're the foundation that makes everything else possible. Let's stay connected. Thanks for listening to the Pixl Marketing Show. If you're ready to go from random acts of marketing to remarkable results, grab your free copy of the Pixl Marketing Method at pixelmarketingmethodbook.com. If this episode helped you, share it with another real estate media business owner. Make sure to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Until next time.